नमस्ते। सबको स्वतंत्रता दिवस की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। भारत में हम देख रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे वैक्सीन्स जो चल रहे हैं उसके एडवर्स इवेंट्स हो रहे हैं, लेकिन ये दर्ज नहीं हो रहे हैं और लोग दर्ज करना चाहे भी उन्हें आसानी नहीं हो रही है और दर्ज होने के बाद इन्वेस्टिगेट नहीं हो रहा है। हम ये देख रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे एडवर्स इवेंट्स यंग अडल्ट्स में देखा जा रहा है, लेकिन पब्लिक तक ये इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं पहुंच रही है। तो इसी इन्फॉर्मेशन पब्लिक तक पहुंचाने के लिए आज से हमने ये कैंपेन जस्टिस फॉर कार्तिका लॉन्च किया है। कार्तिका सिंबलाइजेस फॉर करेज। इस कैंपेन के लिए हमारे साथ बहुत करेजियस पेरेंट्स जुड़े हुए हैं, जिनके खुद अपने घर में ये घटनाएं हुई है और उनके साथ हमारे साथ बहुत सारे एलोपैथिक डॉक्टर्स भी जुड़े हुए हैं, जो ये इन्फॉर्मेशन पब्लिक तक पहुंचाना चाहती है कि हाँ, ये वैक्सीन लेने से एडवर्स इवेंट्स भी हो सकते हैं। ये पब्लिक तक इन्फॉर्मेशन पहुंचना बहुत जरूरी है ताकि लोग इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन खुद ले सके। हमें बहुत आशा है कि आप हमारे साथ ये मुहिम में जुड़े, जस्टिस फॉर कार्तिका, और इसे आगे बढ़ाने में हमारी मदद करें। धन्यवाद।
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर माया वलेचा। हम इंडियन डॉक्टर्स फॉर ट्रूथ अवेकन इंडिया मूवमेंट की तरफ से आज स्वतंत्रता दिवस का संदेश दे रहे हैं कि हम ये कोरोना के डर से बाहर निकल आए।
This is an opportunity for me to convey the greetings on this occasion of the 75th anniversary of our independence or freedom from the British rule.
सभी देशवासियों को, साथी डॉक्टरों से सादर नमस्कार। मैं डॉक्टर कुलदीप, जनरल सर्जन, हरिद्वार से बात कर रहा हूं। आज़ादी के पावन पर्व के अवसर पर स्वतंत्रता दिवस की शुभकामनाएं।
Friends, it should have been a great pleasure for us when we are going to observe 75th Independence Day. Unfortunately, it has become an occasion to express our deep anguish and concern for erosion of democratic rights. The celebration loses its meaning when people are harassed and persecuted just to hold a demonstration or taking a march on the street. Even people were denied to get access to public transport. Our freedom of movement, our freedom of expression is under siege. Every undemocratic restrictions were imposed in the name of health emergency. None of them have any rationale from medical point of view. People are forced to take vaccine to save their livelihood. This is happening in violation of all forms of ethics and basic human rights.
The physician's primary responsibility is to take decisions weighing the benefits and risks for a patient. The same applies to the new COVID vaccines.
I am Pavan.
And I'm Rachna. We are the parents of Ritaika. Ritaika, our dear child, lost her life due to the adverse reaction that she got from the Covishield vaccine. Exactly after 3 weeks of getting vaccinated, she got blood clots in her brain, which caused massive brain hemorrhage, and she lost her life on June 20th.
Hello, my name is Venugopalan, and she's Sujini, my wife. We are living in Coimbatore. We lost our daughter Karunya to COVID vaccination, Covishield, on the 10th of July. She took the vaccination on the 8th of June, and 18th of June she felt really sick. And after a few weeks of hospitalization, 10th July she breathed her last.
Hi, this is Dr. Lalit Kumar Anande. I felt very sad when I heard about the loss of life of Kartike, and the parents, when I heard about them, this is very, very, very sad moment for the parents. My heart goes out to them. But at the same time, I would like to convey whatever vaccine, the experimental vaccine or whatever people are trying, this is yet an experimental vaccine. Please go on documenting the things about the adverse reactions, which I am stunned, I am surprised. The documentations things are not there at all, which does not suits to me as a clinical trial anything. Even if medicines are cleared in the phase 3 trials, later on also some adverse reactions do come and people do suffer. But all these things are documented and the drugs are withdrawn from the market. Here it is an experimental vaccine causing huge amount of problems in many people. A young girl lost her life. I feel sad, and nobody is documenting all these things, which is a part of a clinical trial called GDP, Good Documentation Practices. Appeal to the government. Please be aware of what's going on by thinking a lot about what this vaccine is causing. Please don't implement it as something which everybody should be taking unless and until the safety of this vaccine is proven. Right now, we are seeing a lot of adverse reactions with patients which the doctors who are giving the vaccines themselves are not aware of, because it has not been told by the patients or it's been hidden. I don't know. Please do something about it. I feel very bad at the loss of a young girl, Kartika.
वैक्सीन के हमें कितने फायदे मिल रहे हैं या कितना नुकसान हमें वैक्सीन से हो रहा है, इस पर खुलकर बात करें, क्योंकि अब रोज की प्रैक्टिस में हमें ओपीडी में वैक्सीन के बहुत से दुष्प्रभाव वाले मरीज देखने को भी मिल रहे हैं, जिन्हें वैक्सीन लगाने के बाद या तो बहुत सीरियस कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हुए हैं और बहुत से केसेस में मरीजों की मौत तक भी रिपोर्ट हुई है। इस बारे में भी हमें खुलकर चर्चा करने का वक्त आ चुका है।
It is very important that the vaccine makers and the government, be it the state or the central, provide all the data about the benefits and risks involved with these new COVID vaccines. Only then the doctors and the general public, the people who are supposed to be taking these vaccines can make informed decisions.
सरकार के खुद के कहने के मुताबिक उनके पास यह वैक्सीन कितने सुरक्षित है उसका डेटा उनके पास नहीं है। ऐसे में जब ज़रूरत नहीं है, जब ये सुरक्षित है कि नहीं वह पता नहीं है, तब हमें क्यों लेना है?
As of now, these details are not very transparently, clearly available. The studies done in India in the phase 3 trials have not yet been published in peer-reviewed journals, particularly with regard to the adverse effects of the vaccines in the younger populations. This same vaccine that is used in India is being given restrictedly only to people above 50, 55 or 60 years of age in countries like Italy and Canada and Australia. And this vaccine is no more used or recommended in countries such as Denmark. Even in the UK, it is being restricted in people less than 35 years of age, all because of a special adverse event noticed in the younger population, and that is the complication of blood clotting and decrease in the platelet counts in the blood.
Hello friends, I wish to share my views about vaccination, which is being used as a very important commodity against COVID-19 pandemic. To my mind, it has absolutely not much utility, particularly for a disease which changes its face so often. Today is Delta variant, tomorrow it will be Alpha, then Beta. And when you vaccine a person, you vaccinate it against a particular specific strain. That's why you keep insisting that even after vaccination you must use a mask and 2 gaz ki duri and whatnot, the COVID appropriate behavior.
So therefore, in the younger age group, the benefits do not seem to outweigh the risks. The risks are more than the benefits. So therefore, in India, when the state and the central governments and the subordinate system in the colleges, schools, institutions and the employers, when they are trying to make this vaccination mandatory, despite the central government saying that it is voluntary, this kind of coercion, for whatever reason, could be detrimental to the younger people, and we have seen reports of quite a few youngsters even succumbing following the vaccination. So therefore, I would urge all the concerned to, first of all, release all the data about the adverse events noticed in India and in different age groups, and secondly, stand by, adhere to the guidelines of the central government, which has very clearly stated that this vaccination is voluntary. It has stated so on its website, it has stated so in the affidavit submitted in the court, and in several replies given under the Right to Information Act. So therefore, stick to this stand that it is voluntary. Please do not force our youngsters into taking this vaccine under whatever pretext. Point I would like to make is that India is a different country. The people are different. The population density is different. So the immunological status is different. So therefore, ICMR itself now says about 70% of India's people, particularly in larger states, are already infected. So those who are infected are already immune. The immunity acquired by a natural infection by every yardstick is far superior to the immunity that could be acquired with any vaccination.
और इस संदेश का हमारे पास सबूत यह है कि हमारे देश की प्रतिष्ठित संस्थाएं जैसे कि ICMR, एम्स ने WHO के साथ मिलकर जो अभ्यास किए हैं, उससे यह साबित होता है कि हमारे देश के हर 3 व्यक्ति में से 2 व्यक्ति में अब इम्यूनिटी आ चुकी है। जब 67.6% लोगों में इम्यूनिटी आ गई है, तो आगे वैक्सीन ड्राइव चलाने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। वह इसलिए कि जब इतने लोग एंटीबॉडी दिखा रहे हैं, इसका मतलब है इससे भी ज़्यादा लोगों में अब एंटीबॉडी कम होकर भी इम्यूनिटी तो आ गई है।
I would like to point out that there are several people, the so-called experts, claiming that the third wave which is going to come can only be prevented through vaccination. This probably is not true, because neither the vaccine makers nor the governments nor any authorities in the world are today saying that infections can be controlled or stopped with these vaccinations. So therefore, claims such as the third wave could only be prevented with vaccination, these are too far-fetched. So the so-called experts should desist from issuing such statements.
हमारे देश के बड़े एपिडेमियोलॉजिस्ट और कम्युनिटी हेल्थ के एक्सपर्ट कह रहे हैं कि अब हमारे देश में बच्चों को तीसरी लहर में सहन करने का होगा। यह बात गलत है।
जहां तक बच्चों को वैक्सीन देने की बात है, अभी तक के पिछले 1.5 साल में बच्चों के अंदर कोरोना का बहुत खौफनाक रूप नहीं देखा गया है। अस्पतालों में बच्चों के एडमिशन दर, बच्चों के अंदर उसके कॉम्प्लिकेशंस नगण्य हैं, ना के बराबर हैं। इन सभी चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखते हुए हमें बच्चों पर भी इसे कितना लगाने का विचार करना चाहिए या बच्चों को इस पे लगाने से बचाना चाहिए, इस बारे में खुले दिमाग से चर्चा करने की ज़रूरत है कि ये वैक्सीन बच्चों को फ़ायदा करेगी या नुकसान करेगी, क्योंकि अभी तक इसके दुष्प्रभाव आने वाला समय ही बताएगा। जबकि पिछले 1.5 साल का समय हमें इस बीमारी के बारे में ये अनुभव दे चुका है कि बच्चों के अंदर इस बीमारी का कोई खराब रूप देखने में नहीं आया है।
बच्चों में भी कोई भी बड़ी बीमारी हुए बिना कोरोना के सामने लड़ने वाले एंटीबॉडी इम्यूनिटी आ गई है।
मेरा सभी साथी डॉक्टरों से निवेदन है कि अभी हमें इस समय अपने देश में कोरोना बीमारी की स्थिति को देखते हुए अपनी रणनीतियों को बदलने की और उन पर गौर करने की ज़रूरत है। और इस महामारी के समय में हमें अपनी नीतियों में क्या बदलाव लाने की ज़रूरत है, कहाँ पर हमें अपनी एनर्जी ज़्यादा लगाने की ज़रूरत है, इस बारे में मैं समझता हूँ कि हमें एक खुली बहस, खुली चर्चा, जिसमें हम इस बीमारी के सभी पहलुओं पर बैठकर बात करें, इस बीमारी को बेहतर तरीके से किस तरह से इलाज किया जा सकता है मरीज का, इस बारे में बात करें।
हम इस भय से भी बाहर आ जाएं और पूरे विश्वास से सवाल करें। हम डॉक्टरों ने हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर को, हमारे चीफ जस्टिस को, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस को खत लिखा है और यह पूरा बताया है कि कोई डेल्टा वेरिएंट भी हमारे देश के लिए खतरा नहीं है।
तो ये समय है कि हम सभी डॉक्टर्स कम से कम इस बारे में खुले दिमाग से आपस में चर्चा करें। इस वैक्सीन को जेन्युइन कैंडिडेट को लगाया जाए, जो उसके लिए पात्र नहीं बैठते हैं उनको ना लगाया जाए, जिनको ज़रूरत नहीं है, जैसे बच्चे हैं, यंग एज के बच्चे हैं, छोटे बच्चे हैं, उनको इस वैक्सीन के दूरगामी प्रभावों के अभाव को देखते हुए उन्हें इससे बचाने की ज़रूरत है। ज़रूरत यह है कि जो कोरोना के जो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड या सीरियस मरीज आ रहे हैं उनको सही समय पर सही और प्रभावी इलाज हम देने की पूरी कोशिश करें, ताकि मरीजों को हम इस बीमारी के नुकसान से बचा सकें, बजाय इसके कि हम ज़रूरी और गैर ज़रूरी सभी मरीजों को इसको लगाएं और फिर आने वाले समय में भगवान ना करे कि इसके दुष्प्रभावों का सामना हम सभी को करना पड़े। सभी देशवासियों को एक बार फिर स्वतंत्रता दिवस की शुभकामनाएं। जय हिंद, नमस्कार।
So let us use this opportunity to celebrate the freedom that we have won and take a pledge to secure the freedom, to secure all the constitutional liberties, and to get freedom from all the lies, all the falsehood, and to secure the truth of science and scientific temper. Thank you very much.
Friends, let's pledge on this auspicious day that we have to reclaim fundamental rights enshrined in our Constitution. Jai Hind.
Ritu was an active 18-year-old who just passed out of 12th grade and was about to start college and was very passionate about becoming an architect. It's not that we feel sad for losing our dear child, but this world has really lost a treasure. Ritu was a very kind-hearted, empathetic person. She would have added true value to the future generations. That is something that's very much needed in today's world. As a parent, we were always pro-science, pro-vaccine, and trusted the system blindly. And with all of the COVID vaccination advertisements that we hear that the vaccines are 100% safe, have pretty much brainwashed us. Today, when I look back, I feel that she would have probably survived COVID, but the vaccine that was supposed to save lives has actually taken her life away. So we are starting this campaign where we are appealing to the government to please provide a vaccine fact sheet to all the recipients before getting the vaccine. The vaccine insert should provide the ingredients of the vaccine to check if anybody is allergic to the ingredients, and it should list out all the reactions, mild to moderate to severe reactions that one could have. Please list out the symptoms, because had we known these symptoms, Ritu could have still be living today. And those simple blood tests like CBP and D-dimer, if they were performed in the first 4 to 5 days of receiving the vaccine, that would have alarmed us. So such pieces of information need to be shared with the public before taking the vaccine so we can make an informed decision. Not every person is fit to take the vaccine. So that's why it's important to know what's in it. And also, when people say that this is an adverse reaction, it's one in several thousands, that one life that is lost still has every right to live. So that's why it's very important to know what is getting inside our body while taking the vaccine. And the second thing is the adverse event reporting system, the AEFI that is in place currently is very inefficient. The victim's family is totally kept in dark, and the process takes very long. So when such adverse reactions happen, the investigation needs to be carried out on an expedited manner so that the information can be shared and the vaccines can be made better. Once the vaccines are made better and are much safer, it definitely benefits the entire majority of the population. So we are starting this campaign with these appeals to the government, and we request all the parents to please join hands with us. And parents, please be careful, please be mindful before getting yourself or your children or your loved ones vaccinated. Look out for what those vaccinations can really do to you, whether they are not safe or not, whether they are safe for you or not safe for you. Ultimately, it's your decision, but it's also your right to know what's in it. Thank you.
तो मैं ये बोलना चाहती हूँ कि आप अपने लिए या अपने बच्चों के लिए वैक्सीन लेने से पहले वैक्सीन के बारे में पूरा पता करें और ये निर्णय लें कि वो वैक्सीन आपके लिए, आपके बच्चों के लिए सही है कि नहीं है। वैक्सीन लेना है कि नहीं लेना है वो आपका डिसीजन है, आपका निर्णय है, लेकिन लेने से पहले ये ज़रूर पता कीजिएगा कि वैक्सीन में क्या है और ये आपके लिए सही है कि नहीं। क्योंकि जब मैं और मेरी बेटी वैक्सीन लेने गए, हमको कुछ भी नहीं मालूम था कि ऐसे हो सकता है, उसके साथ ऐसे जानलेवा कंडीशन हो सकता है। तो ये किसी और के साथ ना हो, यही निवेदन है मेरा कि आप लेने से पहले पूरे जांच पड़ताल करें और फिर लें। धन्यवाद।
This video is being made to pass messages to the public at large, parents like us, and secondly to the government. To the parents, mainly I would like to say, please don't go blindly by the advertisements of you see in the TV, such as vaccines are completely safe and go vaccinate. Please don't go by that. Please do your research. These vaccines have lot of adverse effects starting from mild, moderate to severe. The severe ones are what my daughter got, blood clots, and the doctors, what we have seen from our experience, do not connect any symptoms with vaccines immediately. They try different treatment protocols, and by the time it's correctly diagnosed and treatment started, it could be too late, and even the severity could be too late, that treatments may not be sufficient. So please study, do your research, and take a good judgment, make a good judgment. And to the government, to the authorities, I plead through this video, please give full information when you advertise. Please tell them that there's a possibility for adverse effects. Let people take informed decision. If it is, you can always say it is 1 in 10,000, 1 in 50,000, whatever your data says, but please tell that there is a possibility. This is my first request. And also, if possible, if the data shows that the youngest group is has the lowest case fatality ratio, they have 0.002 or something like that for the of dying from COVID. So for them, why do you mandate vaccination? Please make it, first of all, if possible, remove it. If not, at least make it totally optional, and please remove all coercion through educational institution, employers, and so on of mandatory vaccination. That is totally unethical, and it will do more harm. That's the message we want to convey. Please stay safe and let us get out of this COVID safely.
Yeah, and also do not think that nothing will happen to my child because we are all were safe after taking the vaccine. The effect on different people is different. The
And also
vaccines
smaller age group females are at higher risk.
and the smaller age group children are at higher risk because usually their body contains a lot of antibodies where they don't actually need a vaccine, and then something goes wrong when you put this vaccine and the children are on top. It's like we are injecting poison to them. So please, parents, please be careful. And also, I beg, by profession I am a teacher. I was a teacher. So, to go and study, I don't think children need vaccination.
Please don't introduce or demand vaccination for children, please.
And professionals, working professionals, please be logical. When a child doesn't need something, don't make it compulsory, because it can have adverse effect, not immediately, even at later stages. And all stress and everything will, impact on that. So please, the government has to take some step on this.
Thank you. So we deeply desire that it is our deepest desire is to save lives by informing people to understand the risks involved in COVID vaccines before vaccinating their children. As COVID vaccines are voluntary, they are totally voluntary in nature, parents need to learn about the known adverse effects before deciding to vaccinate their children. Our appeal. All information regarding COVID vaccinations in the form of a fact sheet to be provided to the recipients prior to the vaccine. The fact sheet should include the following: ingredients of the vaccine, the known risks associated with the vaccine, including mild, moderate, and severe adverse reactions such as life-threatening fatal blood clots, which my daughter got, and that these reactions can occur anytime, not necessarily immediately, it can come even after some time. That some of these adverse reactions could be caught early with some blood tests if performed within a few days of getting the vaccine. Please include the tests that could be done and the time frame when they can be done to detect the adverse reactions that are set in the body, such as immunomarkers, etc. The same information to be prominently displayed on government sites and vaccination centers. All advertisements of vaccination should also inform that there are different types of adverse effects. Unconditional and misleading statements such as vaccines are completely safe should not be used. Vaccinations to be carried out after informed consent. In the CoWIN app, while registering for vaccination, the facts about vaccination above fact sheet should be displayed, and the user should be required to press "I have read and understood" before confirming the registration. Adverse effects registration facility to be made available in the CoWIN app and on the helpline number 1075 to make the process accessible. Just as vaccination statistics are given out, adverse events data should also be published. Keep the AEFI system transparent to the victim's family and keep them informed about the progress of the AEFI investigation. There is a possibility that some people are not eligible for the COVID vaccine due to allergies or various pre-existing health conditions or presence of sufficient antibodies. Information on the tests that can be taken to assess this should be widely disseminated.
Coercion and force to vaccinate using indirect mandates or compulsions from various sources like employers, educational institutions, etc., should be stopped as it's really unlawful. And no right should be denied to those who choose not to vaccinate. And now that especially they're planning to roll out vaccination for children from the age of 12 to 18, We appeal to the government to suspend this vaccination program for children until all the necessary long-term studies are complete, as there's already enough evidence and data that shows that there are a lot of severe adverse reactions already happening in young adults. And lastly, more than several countries across the world have stopped using AstraZeneca, which is the Covishield equivalent here in India, for people under 40 years of age. It has been proven to have long-term and fatal risks for certain people. So the same policy should be followed in our country for the safety of the recipients. Thank you.